Good afternoon. I think as you have already seen, Mr. Amit Dubey is an internationally acclaimed cybersecurity expert. He is an author and government advisor with over 2 decades of experience of national security. To be frank, to sit side to him, it's really scary. He does the investigation, he deals with the cybersecurity and all other risks day in, day out. And today, our session topic, Actuarial Intelligence in the era of artificial intelligence, cyber risk, and inclusive growth. Actuarial science has always been managing the uncertainty. And today, that uncertainty is come in digital way. AI is redefining the risk assessment, the pricing, fraud analytics, and also the customer experience. At the same time, the cyber risk has become systematic, impacting the capital, reputation, and the trust. And without this digital trust, inclusive growth cannot be sustained. So the key question for us, how must actuarial intelligence evolve in this new risk landscape? So to help us and to explore more on this, we have with us our leading expert in national security and cyber risk, Mr. Amit Dubey. So Mr. Dubey, the floor is yours. Then I'll just have a look at it.
Thank you so much. I have a presentation, if I can get it on the screen, please. Good afternoon. Hello. Can we on this mic? These mics also? Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much. So as being introduced that I'm a cybercrime investigator, whatever I have learned in my life, I have learned through criminals. And I truly believe criminals are innovators. Every time we solve a case, we learn something from them. A new modus operandi, a new technical vulnerability, or a process vulnerability, or a human vulnerability which has gone unnoticed before that incident. I would request all of these guys who are making some noise over there, if they can be a little silent. Requesting these guys, please. Because too much noise from there and it may not help us. So we are living in an era of AI, and I believe that actuaries have a future role to play, not as a risk calculator, but as a risk architect. And that is possible only through AI and understanding the risk of cyberspace. I always like to start my session with this line, that I would love to change this world, but they won't give me the source code. So I truly believe that this entire world is a software program. And we all humans are very similar to ChatGPT, very similar to AI, LLM. The way we build an AI, providing lots of data points through deep learning process to train some neurons, very similar to that, our brain is also trained through data points, building our intelligence. So whatever gaps, whatever loopholes you see in AI systems, we also have it. And that is a risk. If I would have been born in some other country, in Romania, instead of India, I would have become a different person because of the data points, because we all are the product of the data points. The data that we have been consuming since our birth. Data from teachers, books, newspapers, gurus, parents, friends, foes, environment, and we become that product. And all our life we defend that. So if I would have born in some other country, in Romania, I would be eating a different food, wearing different clothes, speaking different language, and proudly mentioning everywhere that I'm a Romanian. And after 50 years, somebody comes to me and says, boss, you were born in India. I would be confused. Who am I? Am I this Amit or the product of the data point that has been given to us since our birth? The same question was asked by Arjun in Bhagavad Gita from Krishna. Arjun asked that, you are telling me Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, first tell me who am I? And Krishna says that, do you think you are Arjun? No. You were there before Arjun. You will be there after Arjun. Right now you are playing role of Arjun. Then Arjun said, why? Why am I playing this role? Because you are the product of the data. Whatever data that you have been consuming since your birth, from your parents, teachers, gurus, friends, you became Arjun. So don't be so proud of it that you are Arjun, you are something special. Whoever would have been there instead of you, he would have become Arjun because of those data points. Whoever would have been there instead of Karns, he would have become Karn. Then Arjun asked that, then who am I? If I am not Arjun, then who am I? And that is the motive of chapter 13 in Bhagavad Gita. And the Krishna gives a very scientific method to recognize yourself. Drag, Drishti, Viveka philosophy. And through which, that is mentioned in detail in Mandukya Upanishad, through which you can understand that who are you? And the moment you recognize yourself, you start looking you as a witness. And the moment you start looking you as a witness, you can't do any mistake. There will not be any risk because of your actions. And that's what I'm going to prove it in next 5 minutes. This is a place from we install applications, right? The Play Store. We all know this place. You can open in your phone, and the process that I'm using here, you have to use the same process to check what this application could do wrong with you before installation. So I'm typing here Facebook. You all can type Facebook or Instagram or Discord or WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever. How many downloads of Facebooks are there? 10 billion. How many people are there in this world? 8 billion. How many people have internet access? 4 billion. That itself says something. Then go next. You will see this option called data safety, and there is a green button called see details. You have to click this green button and it will take you to this page where Facebook is saying that what all data they have been collecting from your device since last 20 years. And look at this. They say that we know each of your locations, approximate location and precise location. So GPS, cell ID, IP address, everything. Then we know all your installed apps, how many apps you have installed in your phone, what do you do with those apps, what kind of data you are generating out of those apps. Files and documents, whether you have shared it or not, as long as you have downloaded it through some means in your phone, it is being accessed by Facebook. Your name, your email address, your user ID, your address, this is your physical address. Where do you stay? When you created an account on Facebook, did you give your physical address? No, we never gave. And this is not your location. Location you have already given at top, right? This is your exact address. If you are living in a building at 17th floor or 14th floor, Facebook says that I know your exact location, which house, which block, where. And when you change your address, before it gets updated in Aadhaar server, it's updated here. Then Facebook says that I know your political or religious belief. They say, I know to whom you voted last time. I know this. You would not have shared with your spouse, your friends, your family, but I know it. And then your religious belief, how hard, liberal, soft you are about your religion. And then your sexual orientation, and this is not about being male or female, this is about your intents towards LGBTQ plus community. Then all your audios, whatever sounds you are generating around your mobile phone, they listen all the time. Your sound recordings, your voice notes that you are sending on WhatsApp, all your photos and videos, whether you have uploaded it on Facebook or not, all your health and fitness record, how long do you sit in your sofa, how many steps do you take in a day, and based on your age, they can map it to your fitness also. So after a couple of years, somebody comes to your door and says, excuse me, everybody here. It's too much sound from there, and I think it's disturbing. Thank you. Because I'm here just for 10 minutes and I want to use this judicially. All your financial information, your payment record, purchase history, credit score, everything, they are collecting all the time. So when you withdraw cash, what do you do after withdrawing cash? They know that as well. All contact details, all web browsing histories, all your device IDs, your all emails, all SMS, all MMS, and other in-app messages. So if you are sending messages in another app, they can look into those messages also. All your calendar events, all this data, they are collecting not because to sell you product, because they can sell you product even without collecting this data, right? By showing you advertisement. And I am not against Facebook. So I'll tell you something about Google also. Google knows more than Facebook. They know all your emails, all your locations, all your YouTube watch history, all your photos, all your drive files, all your calendar events, all your Play Store records, how many apps you have installed in the last many, many years, when did you install what, when do you uninstall it, all your Android backups, your blogs, your passwords, bookmarks, extensions, contacts, your groups, keeps records, your account details, your task, everything they know. And if we go in detail, for example, your locations, you can see exactly my last 20 years, 25 years of location since when I'm using a smartphone. So from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, wherever I've been to, Google has been following me. And even out of India, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, Armenia, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, wherever I've been to, Google has been following me. If I selected it 17th May 2019, 6 years before, where was I? I was in Copenhagen. Where did I stay? I stayed in this hotel called Cabin City. What is the hotel address? This is my hotel address. When did I start? I started at 10:30 a.m. in the morning. Where did I go? I went to Embassy of India. How long did it take? 19 minutes. How far was it? 5.9 kilometers. When did I reach there? 10:49. How long I was there? Till 1:31. What did I do? I took few pictures along with Honorable Ambassador Ajit Gupta after my session because I was there to train the staff officers. All those pictures are mapped with my timeline, with my location, with my activities. And all this is court admissible evidence, even after 20 years. You can't change it, you can't manipulate it, you can't delete it. And this is the power of data. If I send you just a link, how much information I can collect by just your one click. If you would like to know that, you can try this application called privacy.net/analyzer. This you can open your browser in your phone or in your laptop, wherever you have a browser, and you can click that, and it will start showing you some information. Your locations, your device type, you are using Mac, Windows, Android, iPhone, your SIM card type, your battery status, your autofill details, your browser vulnerabilities, your fingerprints, everything it will start capturing without your permission. They don't take your permission for this. Now, all this data, they are collecting not to show you advertisement or to sell you product. They are collecting it because they want to control you. Because we all are the product of the data. If they are interested to know your political belief, if they are interested to know your health records, if they are interested to know your sexual orientation, this is not limited to sell your product. And that is a risk. If this data goes to wrong hands, they start using it against you. And I can tell you 12 ways to steal your OTPs, which you believe that is the most secure way of securing Gmail account or probably any other account. So even if you have two-factor authentication, even if you have VPN, even if you have any such secure protection mechanism, trust me, that is not enough, because criminal will never hack your devices to reach to you. Criminal will always hack you to reach to your devices. 3 years before, when Twitter was acquired at $44.1 billion, within 2 weeks it was hacked. And when FBI started the investigation, they arrested 3 kids. 17-year-old Nima Fazeli from Orlando, 19-year-old Graham Ivan Clark from Florida, and a 21-year-old guy. Actually, the 17-year-old kid was the hacker. He hacked Twitter. Rest of these 2 guys were selling it on Discord and on dark web. Twitter hack as a service. Twitter has an annual security budget more than $100 million. Which is way beyond than the country's security budget. You can't imagine that they were not having firewalls, routers, antivirus, endpoint protection, DLP, security operations center, all risk aversion methods they had. Despite of that, they were hacked. And they were hacked by a 17-year-old kid who was not even going to college. Which means that we have mistaken in understanding our security in a natural way. And that's what I'm going to prove here, that how they manipulate your mind because they have lots of data. Every cybercrime which takes place today, that is not the first attempt of criminal to you. That is their fourth attempt. The first attempt is to collect this data. We call it reconnaissance. Once they know everything about you, then they start understanding your vulnerabilities. And then they start exploiting it. And then they give you a call for final interview round. So when you get a call that I'm calling from this insurance company, this is your insurance number, this was your premium, this was your date when you paid it, and you start believing, yes, you are right. Oh, sir, you have 1 million rupees of dividend left. Why don't you claim it? Just install this application. It will come in 5 minutes. I'll help you. You install that application, you lose your remaining money as well. You install an app because that person has told you so many specific personal things which only you knew or your company knew, right? You didn't share that with that criminal. How could it go to that criminal? Every time you get a call from any such criminal, they have so much information about you. So all these digital arrest cases which happened in India in last 6 months, we lost close to 3,000 crores. Each one of this victim had an iPhone. And the average loss is 6 million rupees. Total loss is more than 3,000 crores. Which means no device can help you to protect against these criminals. No software can help you to protect you against these criminals. It is you. You have to understand these risks. And the only thing which can help you to protect is your awareness. You know that all these religions that we have in this world, they either work in time or space. There is a phenomenon that you can't meet God right now, but you can meet after your death. So once you die, rest in peace is placed on your body, and then you are allowed to meet. So you have to travel in time, not now, but after that time. So travel in time to meet. The other phenomena is you can't meet him here, but you can meet him 7-8 years above. So you have to travel in space. Then you read quantum physics. And then you read Manduk Upanishad. And they say that there is no time, there is no space. If there is no time, there is no space, then you can't travel in time and space. Then what is our journey? So if you read the old Vedic philosophy, they say that our journey is just from not knowing to knowing. I didn't know, and I know. That's it. You see a magical show, a magician is showing something, and he's clicking something, and an elephant is gone. And you are thrilled, you are exhilarated, and all your emotions are driven because how can he just disappear an elephant? And then you see a YouTube video. Oh, he's using mirrors for reflections, and that is the trick. Will that trick will again give you the same thrill? No. He has shown another magic that he has cut a body of a person and then he is moving somewhere else and you are thrilled, exhilarated. Like once you see that video that how this trick has performed, will it still be similar, will give you similar thrill? No. Because this journey has happened from not knowing to knowing this. That is the only way you can protect yourself. I'm here just to take you from here to here. You saw a video of a girl that she was attempted by a criminal for digital arrest scenario. And the police officer, the fake police officer is calling her that I'm coming to arrest you. I'm just nearby to your house. I'm just close to this circle. And the girl is very cool and calm. From where you are coming? Oh, from this circle. Oh, this right side to the circle, there is a momo shop. Can you bring 2 plates of momos as well? And everybody was laughing. But the same trick worked against vice chairman of a bank who lost 22 crores. The same trick worked against a doctor family. They lost 15 crores. The girl could save herself because of this. You have to be aware about all these tricks, and that is the only way you can reduce this risk. Thank you so much.
It's amazing. So we will be known by our data, not by us. And in fact, our data knows more than us because we can recall only quite a few things, but the people who are having data, they know possibly lots of things about ourselves. So you're right. And that's as I said that we have to understand that from unknowing to knowing is the only journey we have to go through. Just I want to ask one or two questions because this is our actual conference. We are do lots of actuarial intelligence, actuarial modeling, traditional modeling, all those things we do it. So if the AI is the transforming for the decision making, currently everybody is using AI, that is the digital space. So how you can see that this type of actuarial intelligence evolving with the algorithm which we are using for the traditional way now has to be changed or what to do to get the exactly better results.
I think with AI, the role of actuaries will change. It will change from risk calculator to a risk architect. Now you would know more about the situation. Right now, your predictive behavior is limited. It is not real time. You normally use the historical data. You normally refer the decisions taken earlier or some behavioral changes. But with AI, you know things in real time. And that can be used to predict the circumstances more accurately. And that is the power of AI that you can use as a expert actuaries. And I think that will change. Eventually, it will not only help us to synergize the changing behavior of the environment in more realistically, but also reduce many differential risk in our life. And that is something, especially in health sectors, especially in industrial automotive sectors, especially in IT sectors, where deterministic decisions were very difficult. And I think with this AI, things will change. And I have seen few companies, those are actually building in such kind of behavioral analysis tool where you know the person more realistically, in more understanding him more in real time when we are actually calculating risk because of any of this decision. So this is something which will be an added tool for you. You are not competing with AI for sure. Don't worry. You will use it as a tool. So you have to be competent enough to understand how you can use AI for the time being for any such decision making.
Actually, Mr. Amit, I have another question for quite long time with my mind that people are using in this currently at the deep fakes. So this, in the financial institution and the financial industry, always, or at least more so the insurance industry, they really make lots of data, KYC for the customer experience or innovation. But how we can really protect that type of deep fake parts if it comes into picture? So that's really one of the part.
So I think here we will change from KYC to KYB. Know your customer to know your customer's behavior actually. Because the facial recognition kind of authentications or understanding a person through his face will definitely be at risk because of deep fakes. Or voice recognition based system will be at risk because of cloning of voices. So mere be dependent on the biometric footprint will not be sufficient. I'm assuming that in future, we may not need a password to recognize you, to authenticate you. We'll be living in a world where we'll not need password. We'll not need any biometric password as well. So no fingerprint, no face, nothing. We would know you. And you can't change that. And that is called digital DNA. I have given you a link, if you remember, privacy.net/analyzer. If you open it in your browser, the last option in that link is called fingerprint. That is your digital DNA. So the way I use internet and the way he uses internet and the way anybody of you use internet is different. Each one of us use internet in a different way. No two people in this world will have the same pattern. And that is your digital DNA. So if I have your 2 weeks of IPDR, that is called Internet Protocol Details Record. We can get it easily through operator. That is maintained by Facebook, Google also, your behavior. If you would like to know your behavior, you can check through myactivity.google.com and you can see what Google knows about you, each and everything. But the point is, if they know so much about you, they can use it. And they are using it anyways. They are using it to find you. When you change your phone, when you change your device, they still find you. Okay, you are the same person. Even though if you are using different email ID. So they can track you with your behavior and other IDs and applications. So you can change your face, you can change your biometrics, you can change your IDs, you can change your mobile number, you can change your location, you can change your everything. But one thing you can never change, and that is your digital DNA. We will always find you accurately. With AI, it is much more easy. So I think we should move from KYC to KYB, and which is the future, and we should not worry about deepfake. This is a transition phase, so we are scared. In any such scenario, when the technology is evolving, we normally get scared because we are not prepared because of a limited awareness and education. But it happens in every transition phase. But trust me, the deepfakes will become part of our life very soon. The AI will become part of our life very soon. When I see my 11 years old daughter, she notices a deepfake video and she quickly notices, oh, this is deepfake. And then I start looking at it that how could you know that this is deepfake? Because they were born in this era when their understanding of a digital world is much clearer than us, because we have seen television with flickering screens and we still enjoyed that. But their understanding of accuracy or precision is different. And I think that's what is their inherent quality which we were lacking. But with due course of time, we all will enter into that era where we'll not be worried with deepfakes. We'll not be worried with cloning or anything, because we'll have better tools to recognize a person.
Excellent. So KYC to KYB is the new possible topic we have to think through, have to keep in mind. I have quite a few questions, but I don't want to go more. Anybody else from the audience wants to have one or two questions, please?
Ye de do. I think you can take this.
Hello.
First of all, thank you so much for this silence. I love this.
I've got quite a bit for you. I heard you present last year when I was here, and I
Thank
didn't
you,
want
sir.
to. Yes, I didn't want to give you a rebuttal, but I have a lot of feedback. I'll start with Facebook. It says it collects all those things, but Facebook also thinks I'm black. Facebook thinks I'm African American because I like jazz. I'm not black. I'm Chinese. Okay. So it doesn't get everything right. Google, you can tell it not to track your location. You can tell it not to track your YouTube. You can turn history off. And you can go to that center. It's very transparent what they have. So you can turn off all the tracking that you'd like. On WhatsApp, Meta can't read your messages. That's been litigated. They have end-to-end encryption, right? And because they have end-to-end encryption, people can't read those messages. It's pretty clear. Hacker News has actually tried to reverse compile, because they're not open source, they're closed source, reverse compile their app, and they found that there is encryption in there. The only exception where they can actually read your message is if you're writing a business. So if you're massage or whatever, right, you're coordinating with them. Okay, final point. The browser fingerprint thing, the privacy.net, it is extremely hard to fingerprint browsers. I know, because I've tried. It is extremely hard. I'll take my computer, for example. If I go to privacy.net here versus at home, it's not going to be able to match me. Time zones are different. If I install a font, it changes everything. If I go from Chrome to Opera, I change my browser. If I change my resolution, all of those things go into that fingerprint. So the problem with browser fingerprinting is it has so many parameters that it may divide your identity, right? You can come back, oh, now I'm in India, I don't look like Frank Chang in San Francisco. So it's very hard to identify a unique person consistently. Thank you.
First of all, thank you so much. I would like to answer all these 3 points. So when you say that we have an option to disable our location track in Google, no, we don't have. And let me give it with a proof. First of all, you can't stop your location tracking in any device. You don't have this in your hand. Because the moment you are connected to internet, the very first thing goes out from your device is your IP address. And that is your location. You don't need anything else. Without giving your IP address, you can't connect to internet. You can't even access internet. So they know your location, as simple as that. Second, if you have an iPhone, even if you switch off iPhone, you can track it. iPhone has that feature. Through iCloud, you can track. When it is switch off, then you can track it. How you can stop the location tracking when it is switched on. So, because I am an investigator, I'm catching criminals every day. I'm just hinting you, I'm not giving you open book for every such scenario. But the digital DNA I have used to catch criminals. The privacy.net is just the tip of the iceberg. Because I'm not going to use privacy.net for your digital DNA. I'm going to use your IPDR. And your IPDR comes from operator, which as a law enforcement officer, I can get it. And if I have your 2 weeks of IPDR, I can find you. And I have done that. That's why I'm giving you a hint that from where it starts and where will it go through AI. Because with the AI, it will be much easier. For sure, it is difficult without AI. But with the AI, it is much more easy and effective. And then coming to Google or Facebook. On Facebook, whatever information I have shown you, was there any edit box through which you have filled that information? No. Is there any option through which you can disable that? No, I won't want to give it. No. Why? Why there is no option that I don't want to give health records or I don't want to give financial records? There's no such option. So I'm hinting you towards that risk. Because you are using it and they are collecting this data for sure and data may go anywhere eventually. I can give you those kind of scenarios also. But we can't wipe off, and the fact is WhatsApp, the end-to-end encryption of WhatsApp. Just 3 weeks before, Supreme Court of India has sent a notice to Meta because of this WhatsApp end-to-end encryption, and the data was leaked to a few people outside. You remember, in 2019, there was a malware called Pegasus. It used to get installed in your iPhone through missed call, and it can hack complete iPhone. You will get a missed call. Missed call where? On WhatsApp. You will get this missed call on WhatsApp, and your iPhone will be compromised. Now, iPhone was given to you that this is the most secure device, and nobody can crack it, nobody can sort of crack their passcode, blah, blah, blah. WhatsApp was offered to you, end-to-end encrypted, nobody can intercept, intervene. This is also secure. This is also secure. You get a missed call on this, and this gets hacked. I'm just making things very simple. That I'm raising these points because we have seen the scenarios. And then, when I'll have time, probably I'll give you some detailed theories that why Pegasus was not disclosed for 3 years. It was started in 2016, NSO organization Israel. They start selling it in 2016. Till 2019, they sold it to all the governments. But nobody knew about it. Why? And then WhatsApp said that, oh, I didn't know that there was a bug, I will fix it. So point is, similarly when Microsoft had a bug, and 110 countries were standstill recently, and they just gave for 4 hours, 5 years, flights were disrupted, trains were disrupted in all the countries. And then they came up with a PR, press release, oh, this was just a small issue of CrowdStrike, I will fix it, don't worry. Just a small issue. 110 countries were affected because of a bug. How can there be no penalties? How can they get away with this so easily? There is a risk. So unless until we understand the risk, we'll not be countering it, we'll not be challenging it, we'll not be preparing ourselves against that. I think if we would have been prepared better, we'll not be dependent too much on Microsoft. We should have an option also in that situation, and that's what I'm trying to convey here. So thank you so much because you have done good research.
I'll say, I totally agree with you on zero-day vulnerabilities. There's a lot of things that out there that are vulnerabilities and security vulnerabilities. I think on the IP address, people can just use VPNs, and that just completely foils it. You can think I'm in New York right now.
How many of you are using VPN? Only 5, 7 guys. Okay. Now if you are using VPN, I can track you much easier. Because see, when I have to catch a criminal, I just find how many people are using VPN in this area. So I get filtered data. So my point is, And we can keep on discussing. See, because all these criminals are using VPN. This is so common thing. And still I'm catching them. India used to get an email in Gurgaon for last year every day that there is a bomb in your flight, there's a bomb in a school. And a journalist came to me and said, boss, why are you not able to catch this criminal? Because whoever is sending this email, you can catch him. I said, okay, we'll catch, he's using VPN. And eventually we caught. After 2 months, he was arrested. So there are ways which we can't reveal. But even if you are behind VPN, things are exposed.
I think it's a really, really very nice topic, and I don't think we can really go into things. So nice. Thank you, Mr. Amit. I think it's really alarming always. Whenever we heard, we got a little scared. And thank you for this good session.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Why don't you both